Hi everyone. So welcome back to Rebirth a Gift, the highly anticipated novel, family saga. I am Stacy Benton, your author of this exceptional novel. Wow, it's been a while since I've actually recorded a video. Um, I really had to go back to my foundation of why I actually wrote this novel. Sometimes, if you're highly ambitious, you find yourself, sometimes you lose the actual vision. Sometimes it may come a little cloudy sometimes for you. But I just wanted to really just thank you guys for just just actually watching the channel. And again, all my videos are very spontaneous. I like to keep my content fresh. Whatever comes to my mind or my spirit is what I am actually going to share. And this is something I really thought through because naturally I'm a very organized person, but I wanted this actual channel to represent more than just and I'm sorry if my volume was a little low at that moment. I just turned up my volume, so please, definitely my apologies if it was too low for you. But yeah, so I've been really just trying to be as authentic as possible. And as a writer, as an author, you can get very engrossed into your characters, into that, um, into what you are creating, because an enormous part of writing is creativity. But with this channel, I really wanted to keep it very lively, authentic, just raw, just so you can really get a better picture of who I am as an author. But also, this channel is about encouraging you, transformation, it's about motivation, it's about inspiration. So I will be I'm so excited because I really did have to take a break. Just to really recenter myself. And but I'm really excited because I am ready. I feel so refreshed. I also went through some resting and just really getting back to the basics of why I wrote the novel. As a businesswoman, as a business professional, you do have to be structured with your day. You do have to be structured with what you are, your goals and your objectives. But for this channel, I said no. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to overanalyze it. But I want this actual content to really resonate with you spiritually. So this is a really it's a highly spiritual channel, which means that we're going to be diving deeper into the spiritual elements of your transformation. And I really want you to go back and watch the first video, okay, on this channel. As of now, this is only the second video. But I do have another channel that's actually dedicated to more educational when it comes to dealing with complex trauma. So, between these two channels, I really am going to be diving into different content. The other channel, which will be more geared towards around education. This channel is strictly for motivation and encouragement, inspiration to really inspire you to like push through these trials and these testings, the tribulations you may be going through. And one thing I want to really put emphasis on is that this channel is not a religious channel. This is a very spiritual channel, meaning that your background or your religious preference or your lifestyle is not my main focus here. My main focus here is to give you content that's going to encourage you, that's going to motivate you, that's going to inspire you to change. Because we know that as we journey through life, there's times when you get discouraged. There's times when you need inspiration. There's times when you need to be motivated or feel uplifted. And and sometimes many of you, and I know who my audience is, who I am actually called to, is that many of you, you just want to feel a sense of connectivity because it seems like the world has beaten you down and you may feel lost, you may feel confusion, you may feel disappointment. So this challenge is all about encouraging you, motivating you for change. And also just having someone to go through your journey, your transformative journey. Rebirth-a Gift is all about transformation. Now, in the beginning, I did actually write the book specifically targeting women. And because I am a woman, I've went through some very challenging experiences during my own transformative process. But I know that there are men as well. So we're not, this channel is not exempt to men that have gone through some very challenging traumatic experiences. And you just need an outlet. You just need to know that you're not alone. You just need someone, and maybe you need a woman's perspective sometimes. Sometimes it's good to get the opposite perspective. Sometimes it's good if you're a woman to get information or understanding from a male perspective. Sometimes it's good to get if you're a male from a female perspective. So I invite all of you. I want you to tune into this channel and just feel good. I want you to be able to be vulnerable. So that's why I'm bringing my most authentic self. I'm not going to edit the videos. Trust me, I've thought this through. And I want to keep it just genuine. I want to keep it authentic. I want to keep it fresh. So if I'm having a good day, usually I have a good day most of the time. But you're going to feel that. I want you to feel my energy. I want you to be connected in a more deeper way because part of helping you and helping you through your own transformation is actually getting you to a point where you can feel a sense of openness. You can feel a sense of transformation because if you're not really connected to who you are, as far as your identity, your authentic self, it's very difficult for you to grow past that. It's very difficult for you to transform into the human being that God created you to be. And we're talking about the universal God, the God that created the heavens and the earth. Now, I am very transparent that my belief system is definitely, I am a true believer. I am a believer of the creator, okay, of the heavens and the earth. I'm also a believer in Yeshua, Jesus, okay? I am a firm believer. That's my belief. Whatever your belief is always with this channel. When you tune in, I just want you to really just continue to listen to the content, continue to allow yourself to be motivated and inspired, continue to allow yourself to transform and grow. And it's really not about your religious preferences. This is not what Rebirth-a Gift is about. It's about you actually finding and rediscovering yourself after trauma. Okay. There is going to be other content that I will be creating, and this content will be on a few platforms. So just be on the lookout. Keep watching the channel because it will be a place where you can really feel encouraged and motivated. You can feel re-energized for your day, because I know how difficult it is when you have gone through some level of trauma to just get out of bed. When you are experiencing high levels of depression or anxiety, sometimes you just need that escape. You just need that doorway to open up for you so you can just have a moment of peace and serenity and feel like you are connected to someone else that have experienced similar things. Okay, so let me just shift a little here. Again, my channel is very authentic, so what I want to do is I'm probably going to just shift a little. And when it comes to the novel, okay, one thing I want to point out is that the novel is a absolute work of art. And I am extremely, extremely proud and humbled and thankful that I was able to create such a beautiful book, not only for the cover but also for the content that was in that book, in the book. And I give all glory to God, because this vision would not have come into fruition without higher guidance. And one thing that you will see on the novel is that when you actually get your copy, is that you will see that on the back, I refer to God as the infinite one, the Holy Spirit as the eternal spirit. Okay. And these are all interchangeable terms that the creator gave to me. And it was simply to just really, it means the same, but there was just a way that God expressed it to me. Is that I am the eternal one. I am the one that created you. I am the one that shaped your life. I am the one that some of the things, some of the experiences you may have gone through, you're probably questioning, would God allow these things to happen? Would God allow these experiences to happen? And you have an enormous question of why. WHY, with a question mark. And I know in the back of your mind, when you think deeper and is able to separate yourself from the pain, the long suffering, the agony, all the negative emotions that you felt as a result of your very unpleasant experiences, you still wonder, why did this happen? Why would God allow such a heinous thing happen to me? And I completely resonate with that. I completely resonate with your anger, your disappointment, your frustration, okay, surrounding those experiences. But I want to really ask you a question, is that holding on to the negativity of the experiences just resonating in your body, in your mind. What, how is that? How is that actually being transformed so that now you can move forward in your life and aspire to be that individual you always inspired yourself to be, or you envisioned yourself to be? So rebirth, a gift, is all about the transformation. The transformation is absolutely vital to your next step. It's very vital to your next level. It's very vital to where you are going in life. And you cannot afford to remain stuck in the why. The why is what I want to answer for you. And I may leave that there. Just give me a moment. I need to think on that. But I want you to think about that. Do you know your why? Do you know why you went through that? Do you understand why? Because I know you've questioned yourself. I know the anger you feel towards that parents that may have abandoned you. I understand the frustration you feel around that husband that refuses to love you. I know the pain and the questions around that rejection you feel from that person that you're giving yourself to. I understand the pain that you, and the torment that you have allowed, well, that you have endured. That's the right word. That you have endured as a result of your trauma. That you have endured as a result of that foster family that you never felt quite accepted. You never felt like you was really part of the clan or the family. Why? Why did those things happen to you? Why would God allow such things to happen? And that is a very intuitive question. And I've known in the religious fields, industry, or I would say in the religious structures of society, you hear sometimes where it said, don't question God. Just go through life, push through, persevere, endure, have long suffering, which all of those elements are very intricate and very vital at a certain point. But still, when you have gone through some strenuous, painful, excruciating experiences, nobody can answer that why for you. You can't answer the why. Why would God allow these things to happen? Now, for some of you, you probably already know why. You probably blame yourself for some of these experiences, some of these bad choices. You felt a lot of guilt and shame for many, many years as a result of these experiences or these bad choices. So basically, your why is, well, I deserved it. I mean, I made the bad decisions. You take all the blame, you take all the negations as a result of the experiences. You take on the burden. You take on that. So your why, you answer, well, I deserved it. I should never have done it. I should listen to my parents, or I should not have been rebellious or curious or whatever the adjectives or whatever your reasoning is. And then there's the on the other spectrum, the other side, there's those that saying, you know, I didn't deserve that. Your level of resentment of why is deep embedded into your mind, your soul. Your soul is the right word. You feel so resentful and bitter. And I'm here to tell you that those are very true emotions. Because some of you, the ones that is going to be spiritually drawn to my channel, is those that no one has been able to answer that for you. Everyone tells you to forgive. Even for the ones that have said, okay, I am the blame. Even on the other spectrum, the ones that say, I am not the blame. This should never have happened to me. So there's two sides to this. So wherever, despite of where you actually resonate on those two spectrums, on those two sides, you still have that why in your mind. And as I was saying, your resentment is absolutely a valid feeling. And for so long, you have been, both are valid feelings. Even if you take on the responsibility, or even if you feel a lot of resentment, those are both valid feelings. And for so long, society, and you hear this, it doesn't matter what, if you're in, and if you, it doesn't matter what religion you are, what industry you work in, there has been a vacuum of really initiating an idea that how I feel about my trauma is wrong. How I feel about that person who violated me so horrifically is wrong. So now you're left in an inner inner turmoil of, well, it is contradictory within myself. My soul is telling me that this is not right. My soul is speaking to me that someone needs to be to be held accountable. My soul is saying I'm not the only one that was to blame for this. So where is society? Where is humanity is missing it? Where is humanity missing it? You have the victim on one side. You have the, I would say, you have the victim on one side, and then you have the one that is victimized. Is the victimizer. And just depending on what role you had or played in the trauma really determines your level of intuitiveness of how much pain and suffering it caused. But at the end of the day, you're still on these two sides of the spectrum of why. Nobody's able to take away this pain. Nobody's able to tell me or give me a definitive answer that will actually resonate with my soul. Everyone is making excuses, but I'm still going through life either blaming myself or resenting, having so much unforgiveness and resentment because no one can answer this for me. No one can give me that sense of solitude in my soul that I'm seeking. So you are left in a place of perplexion, but nobody can answer it for you. Why? 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 And so you're left with this inner turmoil that goes on day by day by day by day by day by day. Then it turns into night after night after night after night after night. And you just want to find a resolution. You want to find the peace. Where can I find my peace? My peace, my psychological peace. My physical body is now embracing this trauma because no one can help me through this. Well, go to therapy, which I definitely believe therapy is a very, very, very transformational tool. It can, but it's not the only answer. Then you have some that say, well, just go to church. And some of you, you've been churched out. You go to church. You love God. But still, that pain in your soul is still there. Some of you, you may worship in another element. Some of you are just spiritual beings. Some of you could be a Muslim. Some of you can be Hindu. Some of you can be another type of a Buddha. And these are all just different religions. But still, when you go seeking for the answers to heal, to transform, for true renewal of your spirit and your soul and your mind, your psychological self, there is still that question of why. It feels like band-aids upon a wound that is cut so deep that a band-aid can't cover. So you're seeking, you're searching the internet, you're looking for answers, you're trying to heal the trauma of a broken soul. And you go from guru to guru. You're searching keywords. Heal the pain. Narcissism. Depression. Anxiety. Can't sleep at night. Insomnia. And you're Googling symptoms. And you're trying to find a treatment. You're trying to find the answers to your why. Then you get frustrated. More agitation comes. More anger just wells up inside of you because no one has been able to get to the root of my problem. No one is really can answer the why for me. Why would someone do these types of things? Why would God allow these things to happen? So now you're fueling with a sense of just agony and pain and rage that no one can answer for you. No one can answer the why for you. And then you find yourself, you step away from just seeking answers. Well, maybe if I just talk to someone. So you turn, you look around you, to your left, to your right. You look at your phone. Who can I call? Who can I just reach out to that could possibly just give me the answer to my why? So you call up your best friend. And you're calling your best friend and you're just down. Like you're really in tears right now. Because the pain and the suffering of life and the unhealed wounds of childhood, the unhealed wounds of that domestic violence situation, the unhealed wounds of losing a child, the unhealed wounds of losing a loved one, a parent, a dear sister, the unhealed wounds and pain and suffering from your molestation and your rape or your sexual assault, the unhealed wounds of that family division as a result of a dysfunctional family. And the unhealed wounds they're just welling up inside of you. So you're saying, okay, if I could just reach out to someone, let me just call my friend. And you call your friend and you're like, if you're a female or whoever your friend is, and you're just pouring yourself out. You're bleeding. You just want someone to listen to you at this moment. You just want an ear to just hear and just take on this suffering, this pain just for once. I just need one person to answer me. One person to understand and resonate with my turmoil, with my lack of inner peace, with my psychological trauma, with my physical body, because I've been resonating with this trauma for so long, for decades, for years. So anybody that will listen to me, I'm just bleeding. I just want you to hear me out. And you hear that silence? That's what you get. You get the silence that you've been running from. You get the silence as a result of not knowing. You get the silence that wrecks your brain at night. You get the silence that when you're in the shower and you're by yourself, the tears just flow. And you can't stop this pain from resonating. You can't run from it. So now you're just pouring yourself out. And all you're getting is silence on the other end. Because you're pouring out all of this emotions that has been sitting in your soul, that's been sitting in your spirit for so long. And all you want is just for someone to listen. But in the listening, you hear that silence that you so resonate with, that emptiness inside that you resonate with for so long. And on the other line, this friend or this loved one or this counselor, this therapist, they don't understand the level of your pain. They will never comprehend the level of this kind of pain. This kind of pain is called travail. This kind of pain was meant to create something beautiful. This kind of pain was meant to shape and form you into the human being that God had created you to be, what God envisioned you to be. But because this pain is so deep, this pain, people run from it. This pain, you run from it. This pain and the silence of the pain becomes depression. The silence of the pain becomes loneliness. The silence of the pain becomes desperation. And through your desperation, you reach out for just someone to hear you, to break the silence. That's what you're trying to break, that silence that feels like it's gonna drive you to a place of insanity. But when you break that silence and you reach out, you're left with more silence. Your why is still not answered. Your pain is still there. You still have no answers. And the person you're reaching out to, they can't comprehend what you're saying. So you hang up the phone and or you throw it against the wall, or you thrust it on the floor, and you fall on the bed with tears, or you put your hands in your hand, if you put your hands over your face, and the tears just fall. They just come from a deep aspect of your being that you never cried like this before. And you're left wondering why. There's still no answer. There's still no answer to your why. There's still no answer to your why. And you're left with more silence. The same silence that you felt when you were a little girl or you were a little boy, and after you were violated in the most vile way, you were left in the silence of the agony of that experience. Whew, you're still left with that same silence of when he walks out the door, you know he's going to someone else. If you done laid out everything onto, you put everything out on the table. You gave everything out and you're still left alone in the silence. You're still left trying to figure out the why. Or you're sitting in your car right now and you're contemplating, is my life worth it? Yes, you will get the answer to your why. Just hold on to the hope that was birthed inside of you through your pain and your agony. You will get your answer if you just hold on. Your why will come. The answers you've been seeking will come. And I have been sent here and I have been ordained here to help you through your transformation. Because no one else can tell you how to feel or not to feel if they have not actually experienced your agony, your suffering, your pain. That's why you got the silence on the other side. That's why you have no answers to your why. That's why you're still left in that engulfing, suffocating silence of loneliness. When he comes back and then he tries to rest in your lap, or when that father that abandoned you tries to come back into your life, or that mother that rejected or abandoned you, now she's coming back into your life. She's trying to come back. And that silence just keeps just nagging at your soul, because that silence is what you're trying to run from, because there's no answer in the silence. There's no true answer for you. No one can give you the answers to your why. Why did this have to happen? Why did you allow this to happen to me? And your anger and your frustration and your resentment and your unforgiveness that you feel is a valid feeling. You know why? Because you are a human being that has raw emotions, that has true feelings. Your feelings is connected to your soul. Because many people are absolutely soulless, so they have no feelings. They don't care how you felt when these heinous acts happens, these atrocities happens, because they have no soul. Their soul has been snatched. But you have your soul, so you feel this level of pain that there is no answer. And there is no one that can give you the release, the peace that you have been looking for. And you find yourself drifting into different spaces that you know is not healthy for you. Psychologically, it's not healthy. Physically, it's not healthy. Spiritually, it's not healthy. Financially, it's not healthy. But you find yourself trying to get into, you find yourself trying to alleviate the silence of the pain. And you're looking for answers to your why. You're still searching. And the tears just fall from your face, and it just goes from one day, then it's 2 days, then it's 3 days, then it's 4 days, then it's 5 days, then it's 6 days, then it's 7 days, then there's a week, and then there's a month, and then there's a year, and then there's the cycle just continues. Then it's 2 years, then it's 3 years, then it's 4 years, then before you know it, it's 5 years, and then your dreams and your aspirations, the vision that you once had, you see it dissipating. It's like a vapor, just like your life. It's like a vapor. It's just going away. Those dreams and those aspirations that you once had, they're fleeting away from you. And time is getting stolen and sucked away from you because now your soul is captivated in a place, is in the hands of that person that has absolutely stripped you of your humanity as a result of the trauma that was inflicted upon you. And you still don't have the answers to your why. You just left with years. Now they're turning into a decade. Then a decade is turned into, now it's 2 decades. Now you're 20 years in. You went from 10 years, now it's 20 years, now it's 30 years, now it's 40 years, now it's 50 years. And now you're looking back, you're wondering what happened to the last years of your life. This is what I want to say. Those are stolen years. Stolen years. As you sit in the silence of your trauma. And I know my channel is not for everyone. My channel is for the truth seekers. The ones that your soul is deeply searching for the answers that no one else can give to you. Your friends can't give you the answer. Your husband can't give you the answer. Your boyfriend or girlfriend can't give you the answer. Your lovers cannot give you the answer. Your therapist cannot give you the true answer to why your soul is feeling the way it is. Your mother cannot give you the answer. Your father cannot give you the answer. Your sister, your brother, your auntie, your grandmother, your uncle, your cousins, your teacher, your professor, your co-workers. You're looking for the answers, and all around you, you're searching, you're seeking, your soul is just in a state of confusion because your soul knows there's a destination that it has to get to. So it is deeper than just the trauma. It is deeper than just that pain and that suffering that you continuously experience. And the pain is just continuously being inflicted day after day, month after month, year after year, decades after decades, until the cycle is broken. Could that be the answer to your why? Could that be the answer to your why? Time after time after time, you find yourself, you're crying. And the tears that flow down your face is just, this is not normal tears. This is not just tears that you feel as a result of you lost someone that you truly loved. These tears, this level of sorrow is deeper than your husband cheating on you, or your husband or your loved one, or your boyfriend um being disloyal, betrayal. This pain is deeper than that. This pain is deeper than just your betrayal or being lied on, or or just being at a place of rejection, abandonment. Even though all those elements can create a much deeper wound within you. But you know that this pain is deeper than that. You know that the pain is deeper than that. And you're still searching for the answers. That no one can suffice for you. You may be that man that you just looking for, that mother that never gave you the love and the motherhood that you needed. So now you're going from woman to woman to woman to woman to woman, seeking for that love that you were yearning from, that you were yearning to receive from your mom, from your mother, that was incapable of loving you because of her own trauma. So now you find yourself in a cycle of seeking for her. Oh, maybe it's her. No, maybe it's her. No, it gotta be her. You've tried Hispanic. You tried Caucasian. You tried Asian. You tried African American. You tried African. You've tried Indian. You tried them all. And still you left empty. Are you that you're that woman? You are beautiful you're beautiful outside. You have it all together. Like your hair stay on point, your nails stay on point, your toes stay on point, your skin is on point. You're just beautiful exterior. On the exterior, you're absolutely gorgeous. And you know this. But deep down inside, there's like a venomous spider. Or you got that rattlesnake that if you come too close, I'm going to strike. Like you can have my body, but my soul, but my spirit, my true self, you will never get. Or you're that granddad or that grandma that you see your grandchildren and they just so beautiful. And now you just want to spoil the grandkids. You don't care what the mothers say. You don't care what the dads say. How they're trying to raise the children differently with more character, with more in depth, with more virtue, with more spiritual understanding of themselves, but also of God. Separate from what your religion has given to you based on your own understanding of what that religious aspect of your being that you have raised them under, the tradition. And so now there's a new generation. They're saying, well, I want to raise my child to be more innovative, to be a thinker, to think outside the box because we're going to a more global economy. We're going to a more global landscape. So I want them to be prepared. But because of your old values and traditions of men, you're overstepping your boundaries. And you're causing so much turmoil, so much pain inside that marriage, inside that relationship, when all they're trying to do is raise their kids according to their own desires. You have not even given them space to figure it out, to even do any soul searching for themselves. So you have all these different dynamics going on, and you're still wondering why. Why can't I just be at peace? Why can't I just be at peace with not only myself, but with the environment around me? Why can't I just be at peace? And even in my silence, I can still be at peace with myself. And you see the pattern. You see the pattern not only in your life, but now you see the pattern in your mom's life. You see the pattern in your dad's life. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. Mama was a brick house. But you see that there's something more. Not only for yourself, but the generations that's coming behind you. But now you're left with the trauma of trying to understand your own pain. But you know you want to do different. You desire to different. You yearn to have different, to be different, to exist differently in this world, in this society, on this earth. You want to experience life to the fullest. You want your kids and your grandkids and your friends and your cousins and those around you that still have their level of humanity intact. You still desire to make the world a better place despite your own frustrations and as a result of the dysfunctionalities of your generation before you. You still want to exist in a way that is powerful. You still want to exist in a way that is still vital to the progression of humanity. You still want to exist in a way that is psychologically creating a dynamic and an environment that is thriving. You still yearn to exist in a way that's completely contrary to what you saw or experienced in childhood. You still want to grow, not only in your own identity of who you are as a woman or a man, but you want to experience life in a way that is completely opposite of what you witnessed. You still desire freedom in so many aspects of your life. You still want to feel, you would love to feel an element of liberation. You want to break the cycle. You desire to break the patterns of the previous generation. Your desires are so valid. I want to validate what you are feeling, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because your feelings, your emotion is connected to your soul. And when you feel despite of the trauma and the pain that you may experience in your life, that's a sign that you're still connected to the Creator. You're still connected to the one that created the heavens and the earth. Just in your humanistic nature as being a human being, you are. Your emotions, your feelings, and your soul are so valuable to the Creator. The Creator cares, the Infinite One, the one that created the heavens and the earth, care for you so much, despite your trauma, your pain, your long suffering, your endurance, your resilience. Like, God loves you and created you with a specific purpose in mind. And your pain and your suffering, and you questioning why, God, the Creator, the Infinite One, has the answers. And although you may feel so much anger and rage and resentment and unforgiveness, those are still valid emotions that is connected to your soul. Your soul is connected to your humanity. And the feelings are valid because of the trauma that you experienced. And despite it all, God loves you and desires to heal and restore the broken pieces. It does not matter what walk of life you came from. It does not matter what race or ethnicity you come from. It does not matter your social status. It does not matter what you look at on the outside. It does not matter how you feel in the inside. God, the Creator of the heavens and the earth, the Infinite One, desires to heal and restore the broken pieces to your psyche, the broken pieces to your life, the broken pieces to your soul, the broken pieces to those elements of yourself, the creativeness that was birthed into, that was given to you to give back to humanity. God is saying, God desires, God desires for you to be healed and restored, rejuvenated, because you are valuable. You are extremely important to humanity and to the earth. So I want to encourage you as I leave and depart. I know the things that I've said may have been heavy, and it's not to trigger you at all, but it's to encourage you, to inspire you, to motivate you, that it's time for you to really embark upon a journey with the Creator in a deeper, more impersonable way. And even if you consider yourselves to follow spiritualism, God still desires to have a deeper connection to you and to heal the wounds of the past, to heal the trauma. So now it is time for your rebirth.